Hey, what's going on, guys? Ryan with the Dean. Just want to read this real quick one from you from a guy. Steve, I don't know what the problem is. I've been on 3 dates with this woman, and every time we go out, it seems like I'm spending a lot of money, but I'm not getting a lot of action. I don't want her to use me, but it feels like every time that I'm on a date with her and everything, she doesn't get close to me. What should I do? Should I keep continuing on with the date, or should I go ahead and cut it off? I know you and Greg always say you got to be 1,000 with women, but is being 1,000 the right thing to do in this situation, knowing that there's a possibility I might lose the woman that I'm really interested in? Please help me out with this information. All right, guys, let's ride. All right, guys, what's going on? Man, one thing I always tell, let me buckle up because I'm not gonna bitch about that shit. One thing I always tell you guys as far as women go is that they're only used to two different kind of guys. It's the guy that is gonna be honest with her, knows what he wants, and he's not gonna take any bullshit. And then there's the majority. Now, the thing about women is they're going to get away with anything that you allow them to get away with. And what happens for a lot of women is that the first thing they do is they've got to figure out what kind of man you are by putting you through certain tests, excuse me. And the easiest test they always put you through is the take me out to dinner test. That's why I always stress to a lot of you young men the importance of going out for coffee, tea, feeding the ducks and things like that, because when you're doing things like that, you're able to showcase you and not hide behind dinners and things like that. Now, I know a lot of guys like to go to dinner because they like to hide behind the meal and the menu. And this is very important, and a lot of guys have to understand that you've got to be able to show you to the woman, your brand, what you're about to the woman, without using certain like elements as dinners and things like that. I think the issue and the problem with you is that you set a standard of, let's go ahead and let me take you out to eat, and I'm gonna try to impress you with meals, because you took her out to 4 meals, and I really feel like at least by the 2nd or 3rd meal you should have been at her house fucking, or she should have been sucking your dick or something like that. But apparently a lot of you guys, again, you hide behind the things that you do or that you have to try to impress her. The thing about the man mindset that we want you guys to do is we want you to impress the woman based off of who you are as a man and your behaviors as a man, and not sit around and allow these women to run buckshot wild on you and treat you any old kind of way. And again, if a woman realizes that she can take advantage of you, she's going to take advantage of you. Now, I know you said, should we be 100? I'm not saying be 100. I'm not saying be 1,000. This needs to be an infinite answer. The bottom line is this: I'm not that guy, and you need to stop being that guy for these women. You need to stop giving in to what you think society wants you to be, or what you think she wants you to be as a man. You need to stand on your own standards and your own principles, and let her know that at the end of the day, this is not about you, because it's never about the woman. Never make the date about the woman. All you're doing is presenting yourself to her, and you need to see why she needs to get onto your team and your squad by her behaviors. But in this situation, you have done the complete opposite. So you have trained her to feel like, and to see your best side is by you spending money on a dinner. What I would do is I'd cut the fucking dinner off. I'd send her a text message and say, when are we gonna come back to my place, hang out, watch some TV, blah, blah, blah. Knowing that when you say come back to my place, that's a key word of saying that I wanna fuck. What I would definitely do is I'd cut off the dinners and all that other stuff. What I would suggest is her spending time and taking you out if there is going to be a fifth dinner, if you don't have the confidence to say that. But for a lot of guys, this stuff is kind of hard to do when you meet a woman and you're like, well, I can't really meet women, or, you know, this is the first woman I met that's given me interest in weeks or whatever, whatever the case may be. But what you have to understand is that if it's not going to be her, it's going to be the next woman that's going to do the same thing, as long as you keep behaving the same way. So what I would say is cut out the dinners, and go ahead and let her know that, look, 4 dinners should be enough to show her, for you to determine if she's interested in you. Not even 4. In my opinion, the first or second dinner, not even the second, really the first dinner should show you if there's interest. Why? Because if you're doing it correctly, there should already be hugs and kisses, but that's kind of more advanced. But even if you're not as advanced, you should at least get some type of feeling or type of emotion or affection from her. But I mean, that's just something that we want to talk about. But again, that's just hopefully answering your email and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, man, to sum all this shit up, man, fuck that, man. What you need to do is go ahead and let her know what the deal is. Stop wasting your time with her, especially wasting your money on her. Now remember, if you're going to dinner because you want company, that's one thing. But to me, you're going to dinner because you're trying to impress her enough, because you want to sleep with her. As long as you're thinking that way, it's not going to work for you. So anyway, I just want to let you know that. And if you have any questions, send me an email and let's chop that up. This is Riding with the Dean, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.